So we'd like to thank Mr. Singa Lama and Mr. Rosan Thapa from QUEST-Nepal for their wonderful facilitation, and would like to thank the Nexus International Academy Pepsi-Cola Town Planning for providing this venue and for providing this opportunity. We have formed our team as Team Laliguras, the rhododendron. And why we formed our team is Laliguras, it is given here. It is our national flower, so it is the symbol of unity. That's why we chose the name of our team is Laliguras. There are 40 different species of rhododendron available in the world. Among them, 38 are available in our country and are commonly known as guras, which symbolizes the theme of unity in diversity. That's why we chose the name of our group as Laliguras. Now, I'd like to introduce our team members, though two of them are not here. Still then, I myself is the team leader, and I'm from Nexus International Academy, and currently I've been teaching social studies. Likewise, we have beautiful Sanju Pathak ma'am. She is deputy team leader, and she is also teacher in Nexus International Academy, and she is teaching English over here. Likewise, our Shiv Prasad Dahal is team secretary. He is not here, he's out of school. He's from science, and Santosh Basnet, he's also from the Department of Science. Actually, these photos were collected from Facebook, that's why. Yes. And then, now, the QSC process basically begins right from here. That was the pre-beginning phase of our project, and now the QSC real project begins from here. It means right from brainstorming. And there we have selected various problems that are currently in the world. Likewise, and after brainstorming, we move to another process, that is stratification of the problem. And stratification of the problem, here we categorize the problem into three major parts: A, B, and C. Here we have highlighted A with green, B with yellow, and C with red. Now, why we highlighted like this? We have reason. C means they are not solvable or they are unsolvable problems. Likewise, partially solvable, yellow, and then totally solvable, A. And for them, there were altogether 9 completely unsolvable problems. Likewise, 14 problems were partially solvable, means they were solvable with the help of others, and totally solvable, altogether 5 problems were there. And after that, we prepared a check sheet to work on a particular topic, because the fact is that we cannot go through all the problems at once. First of all, we have to solve one problem, then only we can move towards another problem. That's why we started voting. And when we started voting, for misuse of technology, there was altogether 19 votes, obesity 23, difficulty in maintaining formal dress 23, lack of physical exercise 24, and fluency in English speaking 32. So, Pareto presentation is here of that data, okay, and then Pareto diagram is presented over here. So, after that we started analyzing our problem, and when we started analyzing, on the basis of that table, we have found fluency in English speaking is the major problem throughout our school, and then we started working on this problem. So for more, I'd like to request Sanju ma'am to talk about these things.
Thank you, sir. We have analyzed the problems from the classes, from the students, and after that we have made one check sheet where we can see the major problems. In number 1, there is lack of fluency in English speaking. In that, 32 students are there, and after that, lack of physical exercise, there are 20 students, and in upside T there are 25 students. Then identification of major problems. Next step. On the basis of above check sheet, we came to the conclusion that lack of fluency in English speaking is the major problem. The major problem is our lack of fluency in English speaking. Now, the aim of this research is to analyze these problems using various quality tools and to come across it. Okay, observation of the problem. Next part. That is, we observed different classes of Nexus International Academy. Regarding the fluency of students in English speaking, we found the following major problems. The characteristics of the problems are frequent and purgent. While speaking English, they purge and they occur stop. And in that, grade 6, 7 and 8, total 19 students are there. And in unnecessary repetition of the same words, that is also the one major problems. In that, 15 students are here from grade 6, 7 and 8. And after that, no clarity. No clarity from 6, 7 and 8, there are 20 students. And grammatical errors, 16 students. Likewise, no proper expression, 23 students. Definition of the problem. Next step of our analysis. Speaking reflects our identity, that we all know. Speaking reflects our identity. It defines the nature, the way we speak and the way we act it. But we notice the problem of lack of fluency in English speaking. It means the students are facing difficulty in speaking fluently with the teachers, among the friends as well, and with the guests as well. They are talking unnecessary and purge, no clarity in pronunciation and so on. Target setting. Next is our target setting. In this, we have characterized the problems. Characteristics of the problems are fluent purges, total 19 students and target students were 8. And unnecessary repetition of the same words, 15 students total and target is 3. And no clarity, 20 totals and 4 our target. And grammatical errors, 16 and 4. No proper expression, 23 and 5. Total 93 and 24 students are there in target.
Thank you, Sanju ma'am. So we had altogether 93 students having that problem, and now we have targeted to reduce that number into 24. So for that, we started researching on those problems. Actually, what were the causes? So we made a fishbone or Ishikawa diagram in order to represent the causes of that problem. So for that, what we found is the causes is, number one is school, parents, students and community. So our targeted group is students. That's why we are now focusing on the student side of this. That is, number one is lack of curiosity, number second is hesitation, and number next is sense of no confidence. So on these we have started to work, and then we started doing why analysis of those causes. So unwillingness. Why unwillingness?
Due to lack of practice.
Why lack of practice?
Due to lack of knowledge.
Why lack of knowledge?
Due to lack of reading.
Why lack of reading?
Due to lack of attentiveness.
Yes, that's why we found due to lack of attentiveness is the root cause for unwillingness. Similarly, hesitation. Why hesitation?
Due to lack of confidence.
Why lack of confidence?
Due to lack of knowledge.
Why lack of knowledge?
Due to lack of practice.
Why lack of practice?
Due to lack of interest.
And why lack of interest?
Due to lack of self-motivation.
So from here, we found self-motivation is the root cause of that problem. And similarly, last but not the least, sense of confidence is there. So why there is sense of no confidence?
Due to lack of practice.
Why lack of practice?
Due to sense of shyness.
Why sense of shyness?
Due to lack of knowledge.
Why lack of knowledge?
Due to lack of willingness.
So we have found lack of willingness is another root cause for the problem. And to know about this problem, again we went for the observation, and from that observation what we found is for the lack of attentiveness altogether, including grades 6 and 7 and 8, we have found 27 students, and lack of self-motivation 14 students, and lack of willingness 28 students. So now we have presented this in Pareto presentation, and then what we have found is lack of willingness and lack of self-motivation that comes under 80% and others 20%. It is also based upon 80-20 theory. So our major concern is to discuss on lack of willingness. So how to remove this problem, or how to come across this problem? This is the major question. And for that we have given some solution measures, and the solution measures are: number one is meditation. Through meditation we can come across that problem. Likewise, practicing speaking in front of a mirror, that is also helpful for the solution of the problem. Number next is studying interesting books like novels, stories, and something like that. That is also another solution. And communicating with parents in a friendly way, that also helps to eradicate the problem. So after that, we prepare one strategy to work on lack of attentiveness, and the one way is meditation. So what to do means meditation. Why? To concentrate the mind. When? On 15th of April 2017 at school's training hall with the help of concerned teachers, and after that 15 minutes a day in the morning at home. This is the date for the meditation. We have tentatively given, and where? At training hall to learn the technique, and after that at home for daily practice. And who? Means the students are the persons who are suffering. They will be suffering from lack of attentiveness problem. And then how? Means by playing meditating music, by taking deep respiration, by counting the respiration, and erecting backbone, and so on. So we did this, and after that it was same like that. That's why we did go for another check sheet and Pareto matrix diagram. So after that research, we came to conclusion that after these solution measures, we have found drastic improvement among the students who were lacking in communicative skills. So this is how we solved the problem. Thank you for listening us.